Hi everyone and welcome to episode 18 of my kind of a podcast. And today I do realize I am again a little bit late, but we are not going to do that today. And I wanted to talk about something else, but the current news around the world and especially in the United States have kind of pushed me to bring this subject forward before I go back to what I wanted to talk instead. And not that I want to talk about the Black Lives Matter movement and police brutality and all these things, because although I think I understand the situation, I do not feel like I am a participant in that. It is not something that I experienced myself. It is not something that I worry about personally. Where I live, I cannot say racism is not a thing, but it is not as pronounced and as present as it is just across the channel to in the UK. And I think it's because of the history of the country where I live, which is Ireland, in case you didn't know, where they have been colonized, they have been like enslaved, I would say. They have a history of being oppressed. And so we kind of have a similar experience towards authority and the government and the way people are treated and being a second-class citizen, etc. So I think in Ireland, it's a bit harder for people to justify being racist. I know it was a problem when there was the refugee crisis and everybody was saying there is no space for refugees to come here and etc. But I do believe that this is not something I actively fear. When I go out, I see the police, I am not worried. Usually when there is stops on the road, I'm barely ever stopped, even though, I drive quite a lot. Well, I used to before we were not allowed to, but every time I was stopped by the police, I never had any issues or any comments or anything. Just once I was told that my tail light was broken, so to get it fixed, and that's it. So I do believe I understand what is going on, but I do believe that my position is more than of an ally than one of a participant. But I still wanted to discuss the topic of, let's say, racism. But more specifically, I wanted to discuss the stereotypes and what people call positive stereotypes and tell you why I think this is not a thing, that positive stereotypes do not exist. And so you often hear those things like black men are very athletic, or Asian people are very smart, or very good with books and math and whatever. You hear black people have a good sense of rhythm, and they dance all the time, and they laugh all the time, and they love to party and everything. And somehow this is something that people actually think is a compliment. But what I will explain why it is not. But before I go into the stereotypes themselves, I want to address a little joke, because that is one thing that often comes up, that there are a lot of memes circulating online talking about how if a white woman has a child with a black man, then she is destined to be a single mom. And a lot of people find this funny, and I've even seen black people making those jokes and sharing those memes. You know, the one where you have the three couples and two couples of white people, and one with a white girl and a black man, and a few years later they all are pregnant, but the black man is not in the picture, meaning that he got her pregnant and bailed. But the thing is, a lot of black men are not active in the life of their children by no fault of their own. You know, the story about, oh, my dad went to buy cigarettes and never came back, doesn't necessarily mean he didn't want to come back. It could be that he was murdered. It could be that he was jailed. Especially in the US, you know, the population of the US does not match the population inside the jails. You know, a lot of the vast majority of people in jail are black. The vast majority of people in jail are black men, but they do not make up the vast majority of the population in the country. So that's why, you know, so just to give you an idea of what I mean by some things are not as innocent as they look at first glance. It seems like a funny joke, like, haha, black dads don't look after their kids, but some of them don't really choose not to, you know. And I am sure if you look at what is happening in the news at the moment, or for the last few years, all the black men who were killed by the police, they were fathers. And maybe they left to buy cigarettes and never came back. And I don't think that was their intention at any point. But anyway, we are going to talk about the stereotypes. So we are going to name a couple, and then I will explain to you what is wrong with them. So the one about how black people love to party, love to dance, love to have fun, love, you know, everything that is frivolous and important. They're not into work. It's not their thing to work. They are lazy. You already see why, you know, being a party animal. I can't even get to the end of the explanation before telling you why it is a problem. So yes, the stereotype that black people love to party and dance and sing and have fun and all of that is just because this is what people used as a way to justify why black people needed to be enslaved. Because they have no work ethic, and they are like children with ADHD, and they need to be put to work in order for work to be done. So no, I do not find it nice when people tell me, oh, you are black, so you must know how to dance. First of all, that is not true. And secondly, yeah, no, I know how to make a lot of things, but none of them have anything to do with the fact that I am black. The other stereotype that people love to throw at black people, and especially black men, is the one about the big penis. Black men have a big penis. So personally, I don't know. I cannot say that I have sampled enough of them to have an idea of who has a big one and who doesn't. What I say is, when you focus on men, you know, sexual prowess, what you are basically doing is reducing them to their sexuality and to their animal nature. Black men are very often fetishized for being amazing in bed, and that is because they are not seen as actually people. They are seen as a commodity. They are seen like animalistic objects that are intended to satisfy the needs of the person looking at them. And also, that is another reason why black men were to be kept separate from white women, because they would rape them and they would destroy them and they would soil them. So no, saying that black men have a big penis is not a compliment. And also, how would you even know? Okay, now the one about how Asian people are very smart and very good with books and everything. This one is very insidious because it sounds like you are saying something nice, but actually what you are saying is they are the better option of immigrants that you would like in your country. They are more desirable because of their intelligence and because of what you perceive as something they can bring to you. But that's not a compliment. You are basically saying, oh yeah, I believe you can be useful to me. They are not saying anything else. So no, saying that Asian people are smart is not a good thing. And well, I think I am going to stop here, and we will talk about other things, because this is a topic that I find difficult to express myself about, because it does bring up a lot of feelings in me and a lot of things. So let me know if you think I am wrong and I should be happy when people tell me, oh yeah, black men are this, black women are that, and whatever. Let me know if you are okay with stereotypes and with if you believe that stereotypes are based on reality and should be, considered in everyday conversations. And well, I will say goodbye for now, and hopefully I will be back soon where we will talk about something completely different. And so I wish you a very good day. Bye.